heading to Disney World soon and you're going to be going to the Magic Kingdom, today we're going to talk about some tips and tricks that you can use when you visit the Magic Kingdom to make the most of your day while you're there. Let's get into it. Everybody loves the Magic Kingdom. Whether you're young, whether you're old, everybody loves visiting the Magic Kingdom when you're planning your trip to Disney World. So, whether it's your first time or your 100th time, let's take a look at some of the tips and secrets and tricks that you'll want to do to get the most out of your time at Walt Disney World's most famous park. Now, you're going to want to enter the Magic Kingdom before it opens. So the best way to get in the Magic Kingdom early is to book a restaurant for breakfast before the park opens. So like we try to do, be our guest before the park opens. So that way we can get in, have our breakfast, and then once we finish, the park will already be open and or just barely getting ready to open, and you can just go ahead and jump in line to one of your favorite rides. So I know Cinderella's Royal Table is where you'll be able to meet Cinderella and the princesses while you're having a delicious breakfast. Now I know that place is very difficult to get a reservation, so I recommend that you get a reservation far in advance of your vacation. Now, that's one of them, and Be Our Guest is another, and we like Be Our Guest, so I would suggest going to Be Our Guest and then, getting your breakfast and then heading onto your day, but try to book the first reservation you can so you can get into the Magic Kingdom before it opens. Now, the next tip that I give y'all guys is to rope drop. Yes, rope drop at park opening is the second best way to get into Magic Kingdom early. The lines begin to form as early as an hour before the park opens, so be sure to hurry to the entrance when you come in the morning. Now, the best use of time is in the early morning hours is to plan to get in a ride while the park is pretty slow. So my suggestion is if you are going to rope drop Magic Kingdom, try to go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train first, Splash Mountain. I'm not Splash Mountain. Sorry, Splash Mountain's close. Space Mountain or Big Thunder Mountain or Peter Pan's Flight, whichever you want to be able to do first, go there first. My suggestion is to go to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train first because I know that's the ride that's usually the longest throughout the day. Now, I know sometimes first-timers, they won't want to miss the opening ceremony of Let the Magic Begin, where Mickey and his friends, they come along with some other characters and they take the stage at Cinderella's castle and, they greet Magic Kingdom's first guests of the day. So, it depends on what you really want to do. If you want to go ride a ride first, jump over to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. If not, watch Let the Magic Begin. That's actually a really, really good opening ceremony. It's something that we see a lot of every time we go, and but it's we've been 100 times, so we love sometimes we love to mix it up and go to see Let the Magic Begin, or we like to jump into Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Just depends on what we're wanting to accomplish during that day that we want to go, to Disney World. So, the next tip that we give is to schedule your Disney Plus, your Genie Plus passes as early as you can. Be sure to be up at 7 a.m. in the morning so that way you can secure your Genie Plus service and to secure your first ride of the day. Because the earlier you book, the more rides you'll be able to get. Of course, as you know how Genie Plus works, you have to pay for it. It depends on the time of the year that you're going to be there, which will depend on what you're gonna do, how much it's gonna cost for you that day. So my suggestion is that if you get Genie Plus, get up early, book your first lightning lane, and then once you go into that ride, you're getting ready to book your next lightning lane, and then you can go on and so forth. Because I think right now Tron is not available on Genie Plus just yet, but once it does become available on Genie Plus to book your Genie Plus pass on that's when you're going to want to book right away at 7 a.m. Get that Genie Plus lightning lane for it, and then you can book your rest of your day after that. Now, the next tip is take the monorail, not the ferry. If you're planning to take the bus or boat from your resort or you're already staying at a resort that's on the monorail track, you don't have to worry about this one. But if you opted to drive your own car to Magic Kingdom, and this tip will save you some time, because in our experience, no matter the time of the day or the length of the time, the monorail is always going to get you to the Magic Kingdom from the transportation and ticket center, the TTC, faster than the ferry. For those who want to squeeze in every last drop of out of their day, saving time is key. So take the monorail, because if you ever ridden the ferry, sometimes it's still a great ride. Despite it being a bit slow, it's going to be, you have to go all the way, around Seven Seas Lagoon, all the way straight through Seven Seas Lagoon. So take the monorail, not the ferry, because that is something that'll slow your day down, because you're going to have to wait for the ferry to go through. Sometimes you might not be able to get on the ferry right away because it gets packed before you can get there. So take the monorail. Take the monorail. Now, for those people who love food, find the Dole Whip. The famed Dole Whip can be found at Aloha Isle in Adventureland, just behind the magic carpets of Aladdin. This dish, oh my God, this regular soft serve dish, it is delicious. It is so good. Sometimes it'll have alcohol in it, sometimes it won't. But right now they have a raspberry flavored Dole Whip on tap. It is to die for. It's amazing. Dole Whips, you gotta try it. That is one thing that I suggest you do try when you go to Magic Kingdom, is the Dole Whip. So the next thing you can do is make sure you go clockwise around the park. The easiest way to manage Magic Kingdom is to pick a direction and stick with it. Instead of bouncing across lands, having to cross the park multiple times, we recommend going clockwise, starting with Adventureland, as most people tend to go counterclockwise into Tomorrowland because they're wanting to go to Space Mountain first. So, I personally like to walk the left side of Main Street, USA, past the Crystal Palace into Adventureland, then to Frontierland, Liberty Square, Fantasy Island, Storybook Circus, and then we end in Tomorrowland. But, once you've completed the first trip, it's easy to continue with the circle, hitting all the things you may have missed the first time around. That's easy for us. Then the next thing is the best time to see Tomorrowland. So Tomorrowland is one of our favorite sections of the park, and it's truly spectacular at night. The daytime is great for cooling off inside, the indoor rides, but sunset into darkness is truly, this side is truly, it truly shines. Because you want to head over there at nighttime so you can see the beautiful neon lights all over this section of the park. Now that you have Tron over there, the Tron light cycle, it lights up over there as well. It's great to see, especially if you want to hop on the People Mover and you can see all the land, all of Disney World. That is a great thing to do to see. The best time to see Tomorrowland is at night. Now, the next thing is to get shorter wait times on Space Mountain. Here's another trick. Space Mountain, along with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, is one of the only rides that takes single riders in Magic Kingdom. So get in the single riders line if you want a shot at a shorter wait time. This will diminish your wait time significantly in the parks, in your wait times in the parks, because to be aware that your party, if you're traveling with people and you don't really care if you want to ride together, go into the single riders line, because it's highly likely that you're gonna be in there quickly as possible, but you're not gonna probably be able to sit together, and that's okay. If you ever ridden Space Mountain, you're in a single cart anyway, so you're not gonna sit together anyway. So, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. Now, another tip is if you're into seeing some of the other sites and stuff that's very special, watch the flag retreat. Now, this is a very special ceremony performed at the end of each day around 5 p.m. on Main Street. Veterans will feel honored and proud to be part of the flag retreat, and it makes a special, great surprise for a birthday or special occasion. Main Street's Philharmonic leads the crowd in the Pledge of Allegiance and plays the Star-Spangled Banner at Walt Disney World's Color Guard, as Walt Disney World's Color Guard removes the American flag from the pole for the day. The Color Guard folds the flag as the Philharmonic plays God Bless America, and then the flag is folded and given to a veteran in the crowd. Now, to catch this ceremony, be sure to arrive at the front of Main Street near the train station at least 15 to 30 minutes in advance. Now, I have seen this, and I have family members who are veterans and have friends who are veterans. My grandfather's a veteran and my uncle's a veteran. This is a great thing to see. It really pays tribute to America, with the playing of the Star Spangled Banner and saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and when they play God Bless America and they give the veteran a flag, the flag, it's very special to see. And, we got to say it, God bless our troops that keep us safe. And, may they get home safe for anybody who's overseas right now. Now, another thing is get a good spot for Happily Ever After. Now, we all love Magic Kingdom's fireworks show, and I encourage you to watch it anytime that you're inside the Magic Kingdom or even outside the Magic Kingdom. As a matter of fact, one of our favorite spots is right there, kind of where Walt and Mickey are, right there in the middle. We try to get there as soon as we can, probably maybe 2 hours before, 9 o'clock when the fireworks are going on. So we get there at 7, and we try to get our spots right there. But right now, the best spot, I think, to see the fireworks is right down Main Street, USA, because right now, with the new fireworks show, how they have it for Happily Ever After with the projections down Main Street, it's kind of nice to see all those projections plus the castle and the fireworks in the background. So seeing it right there with Main Street USA, that's one of the best spots to see it. But our favorite spot is right there near where Mickey and Minnie are, where Walt and Mickey holding hands together. We start to see it right there. But if you get a chance to get a dessert party, that's great as well, because if you get to do a dessert party, you are able to get a special viewing area to watch the fireworks, and it's especially good if you have little kids. We went with she was 2 years old at the time, Mavis, and we booked a dessert party, and we were able actually to sit on the grassy area to watch the fireworks, and she had plenty of space to run around. And, we were able to, be right there in the front to watch the fireworks. It's a great viewing spot. If you get a chance to do the dessert party, it's great, especially if you have little kids, because they have their own little space areas and you have to worry about people bumping into them or anything like that. So it was great, to watch from there. So I highly recommend that. Now, if you get a chance, the next thing is ride the Liberty Bell Riverboat. If you get a chance to ride that in Liberty Square, it's a great place to explore the American history. And one of the most beautiful experiences you can have in this land is to ride the Liberty Bell Riverboat. The boat ride starts outside the Haunted Mansion and takes guests on a scenic tour around Tom Sawyer Island on the rivers of America. This cruise is a great way to rest while catching unique views of the Magic Kingdom attractions, all narrated by Mark Twain, imitator, recalling his sailings on the Mississippi River. That's great. It's awesome. I highly recommend to do it. Now, the next thing we recommend is get quick service in the Magic Kingdom. They have a lot of great quick services in there. Casey's Corner, if you have not tried it, it's a true quick service spot, and it's one of the cheapest places to eat in any of the parks. It's great for anyone who wants to spend time exploring the park and less time eating. So get yourself a quick service meal right there at Casey's Corner, and you will have a great time with it. Now, one of the last things that we recommend here at Ryan's Ohana is don't skip out on the indoor rides like the Carousel of Progress. The Carousel of Progress is one great ride if you want to get out of the heat and rest for a minute and watch a great show in the Carousel of Progress. That is one thing that we recommend that you do, is to beat the heat and to watch a great show. Is don't skip the Carousel of Progress, because it is a great show, and you can get a nice little 15 minute rest before you have to head back out into the heat. But that's going to do it for this episode here of Ryan's Ohana. I hope you enjoyed our tips that we have for the Magic Kingdom, and we hope to see y'all guys real soon, because we will be heading out to Disneyland on September 5th, and we will be having our big giveaway here of our 50th Loungefly bag before we leave on September 5th. So be on the lookout for that, and we will see y'all guys in the next one.